All right, we're going to be talking about markdowns today and markdown rates. There are a few formulas up here you'll probably want to have in your notes so that as you go through these types of questions, you'll be able to answer those well. It says shirts and pants are us has a clearance on overstock pants. Pants that usually sell for $45 are on sale for $38. What is the markdown rate? So we're trying to find the markdown rate, which if we look at our formula, it says to take the markdown divided by the regular selling price. So the first thing we need to do is make sure that we have the markdown amount and the regular selling price. Well, we have the regular selling price. It says the pants usually sell for $45, but we do not know the markdown. We know what the sale price is. So we're going to use this top formula here because the markdown is how much the price has been reduced by. So you take the regular price of the jeans and subtract what it is now, and that will tell you what the difference is between them, or how much they were marked down. So I take 45 minus 38 and I got 7. My markdown is 7, and now I can use that to find the markdown rate. Okay, so my rate, I'm going to divide $7, the amount of my markdown, by the regular selling price. Make sure you use the original price and not what it's on sale for. So the original price was 45. So I take 7 divided by 45, which gives me 0.15555, and it goes on from there. We want this, we need to move the decimal 2 places to the right to write it as a percent. So now we have 15.555, and we'll just round this to the nearest percent. 15.5 rounds up to 16%. Okay, so in this question, first we had to take the regular price minus the sale price to find what our markdown was, and then we divided the markdown by the regular selling price and wrote it as a percent. We have our next question. Indira's Exotic Plant Nursery has marked down some of its medium-sized indoor plants by $15. Okay, Indira's Exotic Plant Nursery has marked down some of its medium-sized indoor plants by $15. The regular selling price of these plants was $35.99. What is the markdown rate? So again, to find the markdown rate, we need to know how much it was marked down and what the regular price is. And this time they gave us that information. It was marked down $15, and it regularly cost $35.99. So here we just go ahead and divide. 15 divided by $35.99 gives us 0.416782. We need to write that as a percent, so we'll move our decimal 2 places to the right. That gives us 41.6782. I'm going to round that to the nearest percent, so this 0.6 would round that up to 42%. Lakeisha's Computer Center has a 20 gigabyte 1.6 gigahertz desktop with a flat screen monitor. It's on sale for $1,452. The regular price on this computer is $2,224. What is the markdown rate? So again, we need to know the markdown and the regular price. We know the regular price, but we don't know the markdown. We just know what the sale price is. So the first thing we have to do is find our markdown. So we take the regular price of $2,224 and subtract from that the sale price of $1,452. When we get $772 was the markdown. Now we can find the markdown rate. We take our markdown of $772, divide by the regular selling price. So make sure you use the regular selling price and not the new price. We have 772 divided by 2,224, and we get 0.347122. We want to write that rate as a percent, so we move the decimal 2 places to the right. That gives us 34.7122, and we round to the nearest percent. So our answer is 35% markdown. All right, next, a sporting goods store is marking down ice skates. The regular selling price is $135.49, and the sale price is $114.99. What is the markdown rate to the nearest tenth of a percent? So this time I want to make sure and round to the nearest tenth instead of just the nearest whole percent. First things first, we need to find out how much was the markdown. So we take the regular selling price of $135.49. We subtract from that the sale price of $114.99. And when we do that, we get $20.50 is our markdown. So now let's find our markdown rate. We take the markdown of $20.50, divide it by the regular price of $135.49. We get 0.15130, and it goes on from there. We're supposed to write this as a percent, so we move the decimal 2 places to the right to change it to a percent, and we get 15.13, but they wanted it to the nearest tenth of a percent. So the nearest tenth of a percent would cut it off 1 decimal place after. We look at the next number to see whether to round up or not. If it's 5 or bigger, you round up. Smaller than 5, you stay. 3 is definitely smaller than 5, so we stay at 15.1%.